The HUAWEI Mate series always offers the cutting-edge technology and a lot of innovative features inside. We've seen powerful processors and groundbreaking features like the camera on their previous HUAWEI Mate smartphones, and it was amazing. And with their latest flagship smartphone, the HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro, we're gonna see a lot of more features, including a more powerful hardware, a beautiful and sexy design, and lastly, the unbreakable, rock-solid Kunlun Glass that has 10 times drop resistance compared to the HUAWEI Mate 40 Pro. The HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro embodies everything that you need on a flagship smartphone. It has the power, it has innovation, and lastly, it has elegance. Hey guys, I'm Jam of JamOnline.ph and welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna talk about the HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro. The design of the HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro is one of the sexiest that we have seen on a smartphone. The unit that we have in here is the orange vegan leather version, and it definitely has one of the best and most premium feel that you can get on a flagship smartphone. Once you hold it, you already know that the smartphone is really premium and it's really elegant. Aside from that is the Clou de Paris design in its camera ring, which gives us the same feel that we can get on most premium Swiss watches in the market right now. It gives sophistication and it blends really well with the symmetrical design of the camera lenses of the HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro. Having a beautiful and premium design on the HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro isn't just the main highlight of the smartphone, as this one is also ergonomic. The curves at the vegan leather back of the HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro is just perfect for any hands. So using the smartphone like this in one hand isn't a problem. And it's very comfortable as well. For the frame of the smartphone, it features a solid metal, and again, it's very comfortable to hold, and it also adds to the premium feel of the smartphone. Below is the USB-C port of the smartphone, and it supports 66 watts HUAWEI Supercharge, and charging the smartphone was really fast. On the front, the smartphone features a 6.74-inch OLED display with a P3 wide color gamut, which gives you a lifelike colors on the display of the smartphone. And also, there's the 120Hz refresh rate on the HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro, so browsing the web or navigating through apps, it will give you a smoother and better animations. And for gaming, you'll have an advantage as you get a smoother and more responsive display. There's the support for HDR as well, which will give you a more immersive and of course a better quality on the display of the smartphone. As for the camera hardware, the HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro is still stellar as we got here an XMage camera inside. And it does have a flexible optical system as it is capable of having an adjustable physical aperture of 10 sizes. This gives you the flexibility and more range when shooting on the HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro. The HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro is the first one to offer this kind of feature to a primary camera of a smartphone. With the ability to adjust the 6 aperture blades of the smartphone, the light intake can be adjusted precisely and perfectly depending on what your settings is. Combined with that is the amazing image processing and also the algorithms of the smartphone. There's the XMage Camera system as well, so you know the HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro will process your shots and it will give you the best image quality that you can get on the smartphone. So what does this mean? Your night shots are way better and portrait shots on the smartphone looks a lot better and more natural than ever. A proof of that amazing camera system of the HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro is its rank. The HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro was able to get the #1 spot at DxOMark. They were able to achieve the rank at DxOMark due to Huawei's dedication to their R&D and its optical system. And of course, with their amazing algorithms and imaging technology, along with the amazing hardware including the 10 size adjustable physical aperture. When it comes to protection, the HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro is actually pretty tough. First, there's the IP68 rated water, splash, and dust resistance. This means that even if you accidentally splash or spilled your water on the HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro, that won't be a problem. The HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro can handle that just fine. This also means that this smartphone can survive underwater up to 6 meters. So whether you want to bring the HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro on a short vacation or at the beach, you won't have to worry anymore, as the HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro can handle the sand, the water splashes, and of course the accidental spills on the smartphone. Now, let's go to the exciting part, the Kunlun Glass. Most of us protect our smartphones with cases or screen protectors because we're worried about, smashing and cracking the glass of our smartphones. And according to statistics, more than 50% of the after-sales repairs on smartphones is repair works on the glass panel of the smartphone. And 80% of those customers experience paying a lot repairing the displays of their smartphones. Because despite a lot of new innovations and a lot of new features on these newer flagship smartphones, they still crack and they are still prone to damage whenever we drop other smartphones. But not the HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro. Because the engineers at HUAWEI have created the HUAWEI Kunlun Glass. Through their amazing R&D, they managed to create a really tough glass panel that can resist external forces to a certain extent. HUAWEI's initiative to develop the Kunlun Glass is actually a proof that they really care for their consumers. It might cost HUAWEI a lot of money developing the R&D and developing the Kunlun Glass, but this feature is actually a game changer in the mobile phone industry. Both the front and the back of this orange vegan leather smartphone actually comes with a Kunlun Glass, so you know that it's protected whenever you drop the HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro. This means that no matter what side you drop the smartphone, you don't have to worry about it because the HUAWEI Kunlun Glass protects the glass panel on front and back of this smartphone.
But I'm so frustrated to my loneliness.
Yeah, the Kunlun Glass can handle all of that. So, how did HUAWEI did this amazing feature? HUAWEI has spent 4 years creating the Kunlun Glass and also innovating it as well. The R&D process of this was tough as the engineers had a hard time perfecting the Kunlun Glass of the HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro. To give you a technical aspect of the Kunlun Glass of the smartphone, it consists of 10 quadrillion nanocrystals, which basically gives a tougher glass compared to the other glass panels in the market, and it vastly improves the durability of the glass of the smartphone. Combined with that is the 108-step microcrystalline matrix material, the panel processing techniques, and the 1600 degrees Celsius platinum smelting technology. So yeah, it isn't a normal process for creating a glass panel. So the engineers at HUAWEI has applied a large quantity of nanocrystals into the glass to form a supporting structure. Basically, it's a strengthening layer to make it tougher and also more durable. And compared to other smartphones in the market, the Kunlun Glass is tougher and it is way better compared to other smartphone panels. And with Kunlun Glass, the drop resistance of the HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro has improved by 10 times compared to the HUAWEI Mate 40 Pro. Basically, it's not a requirement anymore to buy a case for your HUAWEI Mate 50 Pro, as the Kunlun Glass of HUAWEI is actually a game changer, as the smartphones are way tougher, way better, and more resistant to damages. We already know that the smartphone is powerful thanks to its Qualcomm processor inside and also its powerful camera along with its Clou de Paris design along with the vegan leather back. While most smartphones are focused on creating flagship smartphones that are more powerful every year, well, HUAWEI just did more than that. they redefine the flagship smartphones again with Kunlun Glass. And this is a big comeback for Huawei as the smartphone comes with a lot of innovative and new features. On the software side, the Huawei Mate 50 Pro comes with EMUI 13 with cool features including the stacking of widgets and of course a more flexible home screen. And of course, there's the better ecosystem as well. For the apps, you can always download your needed apps and games on the Huawei App Gallery. And if you want Google applications, it's actually possible on the Huawei Mate 50 Pro with Gbox. With Gbox, you can finally download apps and games on the Play Store directly to the Huawei Mate 50 Pro. My favorite feature is actually the low battery emergency mode, which gives you the access to basic features on a smartphone, including making calls, messages, and a lot more, despite having only 1% battery. So wherever you are, even without a charger or a power bank, you can still use the important things on your smartphone. Also, gone are the days that we are protecting our smartphones from scratches and cracks on the display thanks to Kunlun Glass. We've been having this problem for decades now, and finally Huawei has made the solution in the form of the Huawei Kunlun Glass. It's tougher and it has increased the drop resistance of the smartphone by 10 times compared to the Huawei Mate 40 Pro, and it's a big thing as I don't need to use a case anymore on the Huawei Mate 50 Pro, and actually I can just drop the smartphone anytime that I want. So I guess that's it for the Huawei Mate 50 Pro. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and be sure to click that subscribe button along with that bell button to get notified of our latest videos here in my YouTube channel. So once again, I am Jam of JamOnline.ph. Thank you for watching and see you guys again in my next video.